Hi friends! Today I am doing the Choose Your Own Adventure tag. Probably noticed I look the same as in my last video. I'm hopefully in Colorado right now, hiking, reading, having a blast. So I'm pre-filming a few videos and this is one of them. I've seen this tag all over the place. I'm sure you have too. I'm going to link a few that I've seen down below, but this is the Choose Your Own Adventure tag, and I've been wanting to do this one for a while. Alright, let's start with the first question. Choose a character you can relate to. I don't know that I can really see myself 100% relating to most fantasy characters, just because I don't think I'm quite cool enough. You know what I mean? Like, I live a pretty chill life, and that's not gonna make it into most books. But I'm going to choose Lyriel. This is a character in the second book of the Abhorsen trilogy. My channel is named Sabriel. That's the first book. It's been a while since I've read these. I hope to do a reread soon, but the character Lyriel is like an all-girls school where the girls are waiting to develop their power of prophecy. One of the things that I relate to with Sabriel is that while everybody else is going off, she's kind of in the library. That's why we're all here, right? She's off discovering different secret parts of the library. She loves working in the library. It's kind of her sanctuary, and it's where she goes when she feels uncomfortable. That's relatable to me. It's her calm place. It's the place she goes where she needs a break, and I don't know any of us that probably don't relate to that, at least a little bit. All right, prompt number 2. Name a character you aspire to be like. I'm going to choose Fire. She's the main character from book 2 in the Graceling series. There are 3 books right now. Actually, I think maybe the 4th one is out. I've always just thought Fire was a beautiful character. She has a lot of depth to her. She wants to be helpful, she wants to be loving, she wants to be compassionate. She comes from a pretty dark family in a pretty dark place, and she does everything she can to not fall into what people consider her to be, a monster. Yeah, I just really like her, and I'd love to be like her. Prompt number 3, name a character who would be your champion in a duel. This probably is because I just read this book this month, but I'm going to choose Rysand. I just finished A Court of Mist and Fury, and he's got a lot going on. He has the power for darkness. He can just cover everybody in darkness. He can winnow, which means just pop from place to place by going to a different plane. There are characters in that book that are probably more powerful than him, but what I really love about him is his loyalty and the fact that he would go to any end, even put himself in horrible places to protect the people he loves, the people he cares about, to protect his home. And if he was my champion, I would assume he would do the same for me. Alright, name a character you love to hate. I've been trying to pick ones that are different from a lot of the ones I've seen. I'm trying to bring up ones that maybe we haven't heard before, and I think this is a good one. I am going to say the mayor from Patrick Ness's series, Chaos Walking. This has a show coming out. I'm a little bit hesitant because I don't quite picture this book as being adaptable, but fingers crossed it's good. The mayor comes up in book 1 and is really prevalent in book 2 and 3. He is the pinnacle of just bad human character. He doesn't have any powers. He just runs his city on fear and misinformation. He's done it flawlessly because he's changed the world, his world anyway. He has convinced everybody that women are bad, so he keeps them all in a nice little prison. He's got complete control. And throughout the books, he takes one of the 2 main characters under his wing, forcibly at first, but he does a very good job of worming his way in, bringing up good enough arguments that they start to make sense, but you can see that he is clearly still benefiting from them, but it also benefits you. So you end up seeing the main characters kind of go along with his plan at some points, and you're agreeing, yeah, that does make sense, but you also know the mayor is just a horrible man, so you don't want him to be correct, but he is correct. And so you just find yourself trying to fight it, but also saying, okay, yeah, maybe this does make sense, but I don't know. He's really good to hate. Name a character you'd love to have a drink with or spend the night on the town. I'm going to say Bartimaeus. This is a demon character from the Bartimaeus trilogy by Jonathan Stroud. It's a pretty old trilogy. I read it a long time ago, but it is definitely good and worth checking out if you haven't. It follows a super sassy, I mean just pinnacle of sass demon, and I think he'd be super fun, terrifying, but fun to just hang out with. It'd be a night full of sarcasm. He shapeshifts, he hurls insults, but he also has a good side. But he also really cares. Deep down, I think if I could get him to be my friend, he would be so much fun. Name a character you would not want to cross paths with. I'm going to say the lady from the Black Company Chronicles. I read that a few months ago, I think, and books 1 through 3 follow an arc with one of the main villains being the lady. She was like a super dark sorceress who was resurrected and is taking power left and right. Not only is she incredibly dangerous, she can summon you, she can read your mind, and you can't keep any thoughts from her. She can make you forget, she can make you kind of do her bidding. And she comes with a lot of her entourage who were raised from the dead with her, including like Soulcatcher, who does exactly what it sounds like, the Limper, who is this oddly shaped man who sounds grotesque and is incredibly dangerous. They're all really hard to kill. They all have flying carpets to get around, and it just sounds like bad news. The next one says, name a character you'd love to learn from or have as a mentor. I've tried to stay away from some of the well-known books that I've read recently, but this one I couldn't help it. I would love to have Moraine from The Wheel of Time be my mentor. She just knows so much, and as much as she butts heads with the main characters in Wheel of Time, she is always there to help. Maybe not always, just for helping's sake, but she has so much knowledge. She knows about all of the politics. She knows a lot about the magics of the world, and she comes with Lan, who can teach you how to fight. So you basically have like politics, magic, fighting all covered with like one person, one mentor. I don't know if you can get better than that. Also, she just seems amazingly cool. Name a character you would trust to be your best friend. I don't know if trust is the right word with the character I've chosen, but I really want them to be my friend, and that is Taco from the graphic novels Adventure Zone. Taco is a hilarious character. They pull some crazy stunts that you wouldn't dream of, but they have their magic down pat. And I love them. They're so like chaotic and fun that being their best friend would just be an adventure on its own. I feel like they're one of those characters you imagine you could just exist next to and you would live a fulfilling life because they are so full of life themselves. And that's how I picture Taco. I think we would definitely get into some struggles and some sketchy situations, but it would all be worth it in the end because Taco is a beautiful soul. However, he's not necessarily prone to like being a good friend quality wise. I don't know that he's super trustworthy, and they usually are put themselves first. They're not going to jump into a battle for me, but I think it's worth it. Okay, the last one is, if you could adopt a character or give them a home, who would you choose? I kind of struggled with this one. I think I'm going to go with Cress from the Lunar Chronicles. Cress's character was kind of taken by the queen. She's very tech savvy, and the queen used that to her advantage and put her in a satellite just circling the moon. She's never had anybody, just her in a satellite. She lived by herself. She gets visits from an evil queen every once in a while, and she has nobody. She obviously gets a nice found family in this series. I think she deserves a nice happy family. That is the last question. I'm not going to tag anybody because I feel like this has been going around for a while, but I definitely recommend doing it if you haven't yet because I love to see what kind of mishmash world and life people give themselves with all the characters out there. Let me know what your answers would be. If you've done this tag, definitely let me know because I love watching these, and I know they've been going around a lot, but it's definitely worth making if you haven't. So I will see you all later. Hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.